The little the little one the crossbody, the one that I wear. You know, that one. Thank you, darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me 1 second, Taurus. Let me find my pen. Okay, I found my pen. I found my pen and my lighter. Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right. So we're gonna do this together. All right, Taurus. So I don't know what we're gonna be asking just yet, but I'm going to get all of those things together. So if you are watching this during the live stream while I'm creating the conversation or the spread that we're gonna have with your future self, drop your question. If you could ask your future self anything, what would you want to ask your future self? And let me know in the live chat the questions that you would want to ask your future self, and we're going to work through these questions together. We're going to see what your future self has in store for you, what your future self wants you to know, what the prediction is on behalf of your future self together. Okay, what's up, healing hands? And before I start with the questions, let me tell y'all a little story time right quick. Okay, so I partnered with Otter Spirit. Okay, they are a gemstone jewelry company. Okay, and you guys haven't seen the video yet, but I do review it and I do let you guys know. These are the Divine Feminine bracelets that I got from them, and it comes individually. Like each bracelet comes individually in their own little box. It says each gemstone tells a unique story. Now it's time to write yours. And I thought that was really cool. And then it also comes in like this little, what's this thing called? This little baggy thing. And it's really great quality. Like the bracelet itself is on a very thick band, okay? And the weight of the crystal is it's really cool. So let me get into the little story time, y'all, cuz if you decide to ever invest in like their intention bracelets, the intentions be intentioning, okay? I don't know what process they go through to write their intentions, but I happen to sleep in the bracelets last night, right? I was up late recording, and then I went to sleep and I left the bracelets on. And this is moonstone, labradorite, and amethyst. Okay. The type of dream, I won't even call it a dream. I'm gonna call it I feel like I've traveled. It was wild. It was wild into the spirit realm. I haven't dreamt like that in a very long time. So 4 a.m., my ass was up. And I was journaling about, the dreams that I was having. Um, and so the story time that I'm telling, I'm not going to tell you the dream, okay, because I feel like I'm not meant to share it. But I will tell you, like, don't sleep in these. Don't sleep in these unless you intentionally are going into the spirit realm for something specific. Don't sleep in it. Just don't do it. It was too real. It was too real, and I wasn't even gonna like share this with you guys, um, because I already recorded the video of me unwrapping it and me, showing you guys when I got it in the mail. But I was taken back. Okay, I was very taken back by just the type of dreams that I had. So we're gonna get into your reading, and I was like, I gotta share this with my friends. I gotta share this with my family, because I am big on experience. And that was an experience. One for the books. What's up, Atala? Hi, Destiny. Hi, Candace. So, yeah, let me know in the live chat if you could ask your future self something, what would you want to know about? You know? And we're just going to do a couple random questions and get some answers. What's up, Heather? Also, in the month of September, on September 11th, I'll be hosting a private RSVP live stream for um, those that are already what's that word? Already members. If you're a part of a group, okay. So if you are, I don't know where I'm gonna post it, but I have it linked down below in the description box. If I'm not mistaken, I may have to post it. For those that are in the TT group on my website, you guys will naturally have access to that event. All right, it's an RSVP event and it is manifestation. Okay, so if you are into candle magic, manifestation, intentions, or anything of that sort, then that'll be right up your alley. If you're not, I definitely wouldn't encourage you to participate in that event because it will be a lot of intention work happening that day during the live stream. Such a deep question that is so difficult to answer. I know. I agree with you. But take a second, think about it. And I feel called to use the sacred self care oracle. Hold on, let me close my door. It wouldn't be a question as much as to would be a request, and that would be for my future self to provide more confirmation when I'm going in the right direction. Okay, so you would like your future self to give you more signs, synchronicities, confirmations, messages for when you're in the right direction, not so much as when you're in the wrong direction, right? I can see that. Hey, children. Hey, the dog's gonna bark. He always barks. Close the door for me. He always barks the most when I start going live or when I'm reading. That is definitely a good request to put out there in the universe because a lot of messages do be to the point of extreme, right? When you are making a wrong choice, that's when you get a lot of messages that you're making the wrong choice. And when you're making the right choice, it's like they're quiet or you hear crickets. All right, if you've been seeing crickets, something about you may start to see crickets. I feel like it's something to do with what's that word? It has something to do with how your future self communicates to you. So that may be a good question since that is a request that you have. In what ways? In what ways? What's the question? What's up, Natalie's? In what ways? How would I state that? In what ways does your future self do your future self prefer, okay, to communicate? Okay, so they're showing me a symbol. So something to do with a frequency. All right, that's the first thing I saw. They showed me clockwise. Clockwise. So symbols is what is the first download that I got. I had a vision of clockwise, a direction. So symbols, non-verbal communication is also a sign of symbols. So this could be angles, signals, more primal energy, because anything to do with symbols and imagery is tapping into primal energy, okay? Which goes beneath the consciousness. So it goes beneath the conscious and it goes into the unconscious. So primal dark energy. Okay, so this is primal dark energy. Right? Primal dark energy. And we'll go deeper into like seeing what the cards say about that. What's up, Joy? Hi, Real Deal. All right, so that's the first question. Any other questions you would want to personally ask your future self, Taurus? If you're in the live stream, let me know. Future self, how do I win over or relate with these rich people? I'm not from here. It's scary. Okay. How do you win over or relate with rich people? So let's try to restate that. How do you network? Let's say network with others in higher tax brackets. Brackets or slash social societies. All right, so Jeremy says, hold on, let me go back to Heather. Heather says, so my question is, did we truly choose a painful life so we could evolve sooner, or is this my karma? Future self, how would we state that question? Is the current life experiences karma or 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 is it karma or higher self? Let's put higher self and we'll see what comes up. Okay. So Jeremy, your question was where or what's the next step? Okay. I'm over here writing on Pisces. Okay, so where or what is the next steps? You need to be more specific. What your future self is saying. Loose-ended questions gives you poor results. So with question number 4, where or what is, I'm hearing indicative. All right, so definitely for question number 4, future self is coming through as someone that knows a lot of big words or is extremely intelligent. Okay, higher intellect. So, where or what would be indicative of the belief that a outside force is in control of what happens next in your life versus versus knowing that every path forward is directly related to your choice, pro choice. So it's like your choice. So the verbiage of communication is a blockage or a barrier, feeling as if it's outside of your control. That is a limited belief system. You're welcome, Candace. Hey, Big Mama. How many spirit guides do we have, and are they always with us when we cry out to them? Where or what is the next step towards success? Okay. That's a little bit more guided. I can work with that. Okay. Um, Bye, Tala. How many spirit guides do we have? You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more questions. So how many spirit guides do we have? And are they always with us? You want to ask a question about the current election and what you can expect? I mean, it don't hurt if you. We'll see what comes up. Current election. What did you say? Okay. All right. How can I find out if who I can trust, my circle, my circle, and who I can't trust without letting my 3D experiences cloud my intuition? Let me try to state that in a different way. Okay, so how can I let's see. All right, I'm gonna write down the 7th question. Just give me 2 seconds. Let me light something right quick. Okay. Let's see. That's good. How can I find out who I can trust? Okay, how can without clouding intuition? Close the door, Papa. Hold on. We'll talk about it when I'm done, okay? Um, tell Sophie bring me pizza. Tell Sophie bring me pizza. Thank you. Close the door, Papa. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his heart was his home. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. So we're gonna start with one. No, get a plate. Get a plate. And or foil. Close the door. All right, so let's get into it. Close the door, Papa. Okay, close the door. Okay, so we're going to start with the first question for your future self, Taurus. And we're going to see together what comes out. So, with the first question, it was, okay, we're going to leave that out there. In what ways do your future self prefer to communicate? When you're all alone. So, when you are in solitude, when you're being still, there's less distractions around you. When you are not in survival mode, when you're not worried, when you are not conflicted about what you can expect or what direction you're going in. So it's a space of stillness. All right. That's the easiest way of communication. The Eight of Wands is spiritual communication. You being able to, it comes in a lot faster. There's less resistance. You recover a lot faster. Especially for those of you that are struggle with expiration dates, deadlines, when you've learned a lesson, you've got the experience that you needed, you moving on and keeping yourself open to the next experience no matter what it looks like. That's how, not having fear that someone is going to betray you, not having fear that you're going to experience something again negative. There's some type of fear that blocks the flow of communication because of being like tired of experiencing or learning lessons, tired of experiencing delays. And so the more you focus on being tired of that, the more you focus on not wanting that, the more you attract it and the more you allow those experiences to be like louder than your own higher self, louder than your own future self. Your future self is pretty much telling you that every experience that you have experienced thus far help shape your future self into the person that they are now. So if you knew everything that was coming or about to happen, you would work harder trying to resist it and trying to control it. And it would prevent your future self from becoming the version of themselves that they need to be to hold positions of status, to have a level of security and independence. It's through those trials that your future self became the version of themselves that they needed to be. And that's what your future self is saying. So, how you can communicate more effectively with your future self is tapping into um, primal energy, right? Being able to use your senses. Energy is senses. I feel like it's about to rain. I'm sensing that it's about to rain. That's dark primal energy. You can't explain it, but your emotions, you feel it, you sense it. It's less thinking. You and your future self work in tandem the best when you're not thinking or trying to prevent. So when you're in a state of flow, when you're in a state of sense, you got to sense. You got to feel the spirit all around you. You got to feel it in the air. You got to feel it in the ground you walk on. That's the only place in where you're really going to find the stability that you crave. Anything outside of that would be temporary satisfaction or temporary security, and it would that would be a lesson that you're still struggling to see. All right, for those that need it, future self, can you be more specific? We have music, yes, senses, sound, vibration. We have watch a movie. A lot of you, your future self is showing you, will show you through movies. A lot of the movies that you personally enjoy watching, your future self is saying that you manifest a lot of the things that you watch. So whatever you watch, whatever music you listen to, that's what you manifest. If you listen to a lot of music that puts you in a lower vibration, that's what you manifest. If you intentionally watch content, music, videos, storylines, it puts you in a state of creation, and that's primal energy. That is what you're going to manifest. So when you're still, when you're by yourself, you feel like the conviction. You know, when you watch a good sermon and you feel your spirit feeling convicted, like, oh, this feels like this is me. I resonate with that main character energy. You are the main character. You're the main character of your movie. And that's how your future self is telling you. That's the easy way to let you know that the reason why you resonate with that character is because it's your story. It's you. So if you don't like the movie that's being played out and you're starring in that movie, change the channel, change the frequency, okay? Also burning rituals as well. So definitely writing, sound, and visual stimulation is the quickest way that your future self communicates to you. Okay, so that's what I have for question number 1. Mm. All right, question number 2. How do you network? How does your future self network with others in higher tax brackets or social societies? Social statuses, excuse me. All right. The Ten of Swords is out here again. I heard fake it till you make it. I really did. You may have absolutely no idea um, if you can hold a conversation with people um, in the same room, but you're there, right? So if you're networking there, it's like going to an interview, right? Let's say you're sitting at an interview, you're there. Your resume, you may have had to fake it until you made it, right? Let's say you finagled your resume a little bit, you got into the office, now you're at the point of an interview. You need to make sure you know that damn resume. And you need to be able to articulate, fake it till you make it, that you are capable of performing whatever job that you have now acquired. Same concept when it comes to you feeling as if you're inadequate. You're placing the value of their tenure, the value of how much money they make, and the value of their lifestyle in comparison to yours, automatically putting you at a disadvantage versus an advantage. That wouldn't be very smart. That would be counterproductive. Rather, you because there's a fear, right, of losing or not being able to hold that intellectual conversation, and convince the other person, and as a way to protect yourself and your fragile ego, your fragile ego, you I can't even say it right, your fragile ego, you will play the lesser role, the more quiet role, the more timid role, because you don't feel as if you are qualified. You lack confidence, right? So confidence here is, it comes from the inside. And so you have to nurture that confidence in order to sit in a room with millionaires, billionaires, and not feel as if you're someplace that you're not supposed to be. So it has something to do with holding on to some type of value, feeling as if you have acquired someone, or relationships or friendships, business partnerships of a higher value than you. And when you place those things on a higher pedestal, emotionally, you're going to deplete yourself. Emotionally, you're going to start creating segregation between you and them when they're just people just like you. They're not special. But you, because you value them as being special, that's the reason why you would move in this type of way. You would feel like ashamed, or like you can't really keep up because you have nothing to bring to the table. And this stems back to an inner child wound where you were taught young that what you were taught a specific limited belief around value, and that belief system makes you feel like you have to hold on to something good out of fear that you'll lose it, right? Um, that's not necessarily true. That's not true. I think it has something to do with an inner child experience of watching dysfunctional or unhappy relationships stick it through and stick it out together, even though they never really loved each other or actually genuinely got to that core love or that unconditional love. It was the relationships built off of safety nets, security. And so those type of dynamics, I feel like if you explore, your future self is kind of saying, if you explore the root issue around why you put those on a pedestal, it'll kind of unlock some type of insecurity that you possess in regards to the people, the network, the friends that you are attracting, because the queen of the empress is saying that you're attracting people that are of value. They have some type of value. They have money in their savings account. They have 401. Who knows what the fuck they have? They have some shit. And the Ten of Swords is saying that, so they don't have to do anything to you. But since they don't have to do anything to you, you're now in a position where you're willing to depreciate your value in order to keep something that you feel is worth more than your even yourself. If those statuses worth more than you as the individual, then you don't know your worth. You're far more valuable than that. So you got to do some healing. Your future self is saying you got to heal and put something to rest. It feels like a limited belief system, a reward system that may have been taught to you at a young age, right? You get rewarded by this type of behavior, you get punishment for this type of behavior, right? And so those reward systems become like your governing force of how you build relationships, but it won't last very long. It'll be karmic before anything else. Even in a business partnership, it'll be like a karmic business partnership. So Don't sell yourself short. All right, let's see. Hold on one second, you guys. I need to use the restroom. I don't know why it just came out of nowhere. Hold on. No, not you. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, so number three, your future self is hilarious. Okay. Your future self is hilarious. Number three, for those that resonate with number three, the question was: is the current life experiences karma or higher self? So I'm going to ask you a question, right? I'm going to throw a question back at you, and you can, you know, let me know what you think. Do you think that I miraculously, just like mysteriously, just had to use the bathroom out of nowhere? Or do you think that I was driven to go use the bathroom, right? Just let me know what y'all think. This is the current life experience we're talking about right now, right? So in general, I'm gonna tie it back in, but at this present moment, I used the bathroom before I came on. I drank water before I came on. I did all of these things in preparation to avoid being interrupted. And even with all of that preparation, with all of that intention to avoid having to get up, I was still damn near pushed to go use the bathroom. So, this current experience is the lesson in, oh my God, why do I have to get up to use the bathroom? Why do I have to do something I don't feel like doing? Or is the lesson about doing it anyway? Sometimes the lessons is just that simple. You do it anyway. There's something that your higher self is trying to teach you in regards to control and expectation and timing. Time is an illusion. It really is. Because we can do so many things to save our lives. We can do so many things to avoid illnesses, pitfalls, downfalls, and all these other things. But at the end of the day, if you're not able to extract the purpose as to why those things keep happening, it's like trying to put a band-aid on a wound that needs to be properly gutted out, it needs to be properly cleaned, it needs to be properly patched, and it needs to be properly closed up in order for it to heal close. So that's kind of what it is. The lesson isn't in what's happening to you, but rather how it's happening for you. It's definitely a lesson of patience. All right, and it's a lesson that hasn't been learned, especially when it comes to earthly 3D matters, money problems, dealing with ignorant people, not being able to control, having the patience for other people and their level of intelligence, their level of understanding. If you would do it your way, you would be like, to hell with everybody. Like, just leave those karmics behind, and let me just leave the people that can't get it together behind, and let me just have the experience that I want to have. I've learned my lesson, right? All right. Have you ever seen Planet of the Apes? When it's just you, apes no strong, but together you're stronger. And so you need those other players that you don't want to interact with as a necessary mirror to help you facilitate whatever is to come in the future. You can't do it by yourself. And the more you try to do it by yourself and feel like you can just power through and be the only one that gets it right in the journey of life, there is no brownie points for doing what you're supposed to do. There is no brownie points for being the only one that's doing the right thing. You just keep doing the right thing, whether you know the outcome, whether you know the reward at the end or not. You just keep doing it. Jack it on, jack it off. And until you do it with enthusiasm, your future self, your higher self will say you're not ready to pass, you're not ready to graduate, you're not ready to be promoted because you lack the enthusiasm for these experiences. These 3D's experiences still trigger you. It's still something inside of you that you have to refrain from. It's not necessarily just karma you were born into. You are the only person that can learn the lesson. I feel like it stems from being lied to and kind of like by authority figures, being taken advantage of by authority figures, and then feeling frustrated and wanting to just like, you've come a long way. You've come a long way, but there's still something in regards to, I feel like it's a person. So y'all may argue about financial issues. Y'all may argue about responsibilities, debt. There's a stinginess type of energy. And every time something good is happening for you, the same person that will like use up all their money and then come to you to come and solve their problems. I feel like even if you say no, like even if you say no to the person and no, I'm not helping you this time. No, I know you're just lying to me. You're just deceiving me. Yes, you said no, but you did it reluctantly. I don't know how to explain it to you. You know, when your parents are chastising you when you're a kid and they're telling you right from wrong and they're making you apologize, and then you go over to the next person and you're like, I'm sorry. And then the parent is like, nope, you need to say it with some enthusiasm. Say it like you mean it. That's kind of like what your higher self is trying to teach you, that you need to say it like you mean it. You need to have some enthusiasm. You need to feel good about that choice. Not like you're making it because your higher self or your future self is forcing you to do it. No, it's an honor to go through that rite of passage, and you will earn it, but you have to change the way in which you associate those experiences as negative. It's an emotion. There's something about the emotion attached to it. It's not that good. Thank you, Candace. I truly appreciate that. It's like you're doing it because you're just not trying to fold on your beliefs. You're doing it because you're just trying to stand up for what you want, but it's like you're being made to do it. So there's something about blaming, because if you don't feel like you did it because you wanted to do it, you're going to feel like you did it because God made you do it, or you did it because the angels made you do it. And that's not how you move on. That's not how you get out of a situation. So you could have had a lot of experiences as a kid in your adolescence where that was a lesson that your parents was trying to teach you, that's going to be an issue that you have when it comes to, when you don't get something how you want it or when you want it. Or you're forced to go through experiences because of other people's bad choices, how you disassociate yourself from that. Like, I want to disassociate from people that bring me these experiences. They're still your people. There's something about you. If they weren't around you to give you the contrary of what you are, you wouldn't be able to see yourself fully. So there is some gratitude for their experiences with them. And I feel like this is something that it stems from not wanting to remember some type of grief. All right. Yeah. It's not necessarily like, it's not, how do I explain it to you? It's not a curse that you are just doomed to experience. It's like it has something to do with foremothers. Okay, foremothers. If you don't stop it, then you have kids, and then that child's gonna have the same issue. There's something about it can keep being passed down, because it is something that you're meant to see differently. Where the sadness comes from. The sadness comes from not the 3D experience, but the sadness comes from something deeper. It's something spiritually deeper rooted. Um, this is like that pile where practical magic, when someone takes your kindness for weakness, they treat you a certain way, they abandon you, they leave you to take care of all the responsibilities, and they go run the streets. It's not fair, right? So practical magic, the movie was about a woman that was a witch that was accused of being promiscuous or stealing other people's men, and she was in love with someone, and that person got her pregnant, and she survived the death, but he never came back for her. So she gave birth to this kid. She had to be responsible, and then she had to raise the child all on her own, and everybody that she helped along the way all turned their back on her. So that's a woman scorn, right? So there's scorn energy all up through and out here. And every child that she gave birth to, that's why I said foremothers, she cursed them in the movie, right? That they would never feel the pain of heartbreak again. Ace of Cups in reverse, because they would never be able to love someone. They will always, you know, see it from her perspective. And so it took generation after generation after generation for someone to decide that they wanted to be in love, but know that it was like it was fixed. If trying to love someone would end or result the same way. But for every spell that's ever casted, there is always love is the only remedy to curses. I can't stress that enough. Every fairy tale you ever watch, isn't it true love's kiss or true love this and true love that? True unconditional love, but starting with self first, is the only way to break any curse. It just is what it is. So whatever is antagonizing, whatever is reckless, whatever feels like it's clashing, it just doesn't work, explore that. Okay? Bring it to the light. That's what the divine feminine energy does. They bring something to awareness. So a lot of you guys that are connected to question number 3 about your current life experiences and karma, or is it your higher self? I'm going to say it's your higher self, because the greatest act of love sometimes is letting someone go for their own growth and development, right? And that is unconditional love. You can love someone so hard, but if it doesn't work, you would rather see, because you love them, you would rather see them thrive without you than to be with you and not succeed, or they descend, you know? So a lot of you guys will be like catalysts in people's lives. So your ability to know this about yourself and not feel ashamed about it will set you free from feeling as if you're just incapable of love, or you're incapable of finding someone that will love you properly. That person will come along, but you are a spiritual catalyst for many other souls that are trying to ascend to your level of consciousness. Because like I said in the movie Practical Magic, she was already a witch, right? She was already of status. So your interaction with the common human being or mankind in itself would be like God coming down and interacting with mortals. You see what I'm saying? So it's definitely your higher self, because you are only supposed to be involved with certain people for a season. You're only supposed to go through cycles with them, and then you help them perceive the light. I don't know how to explain it to you. Your future self is saying it's a part of your life purpose as well. So this may be some type of key for someone in regards to what you should be focusing on, or the direction in which you should channel your intention. So rather seeing things as happening to you, explore it, ask the question differently. You feel me? Is that person really lying to you, or do you already know the truth but want to be lied to? Huh. Touche. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of these experiences is overcoming victimhood. Do you only read for Taurus on this channel? Yes, I do. On my other channel, I do all signs. Sometimes. When I feel like it. Like you guys, I only do what I feel like it when I feel like it. Because, you know, I don't have control over shit. Okay? I don't have control over nothing. Let me explain something to y'all. And this is relevant to pile 3, or to question number 3. The more you become comfortable with having no control at all, the easier your life will be. The more you accept that even knowing, being able to see so far ahead, or knowing it all, when that moment comes, when it is meant for you to go through an experience, no matter how many times they told you it's hot at the bottom, it's hot at the bottom, I can guarantee you're going to touch the bottom if you're supposed to touch the bottom. If you need to touch the bottom, you're going to touch the bottom. So, schedules, do away with them. Expectations, do away with them. Standards, in place of expectation. Boundaries, in place of all the other shit. Values, being who you are, and authenticity over likability, over, you know. And I can see y'all don't care for friends, y'all don't care for none of that. Y'all care to, this is why you're being forced to come out of your shell, is because you don't care to be around people, you don't care to keep up with the Joneses, you don't care to, you want to be alone. But you're not of spiritual purpose with all that value that no one else can benefit from. Or that don't make no sense, you know? All that spiritual value that you possess, and you just being stingy with it, nah. You're going to feel challenged. Your future self is saying, this is the challenge that you overcome. You feel me? So that's what I have for question number 3. I hope that helps in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't give up. All right, so for question number 4, where or what is the next step towards success? For I keep saying pow, for question number 4, if you resonate with the question, where or what is the next step towards success, if you would like to ask your future self that question, this one is for you, okay? Where or what is the next step towards success? Future self. Yikes. God damn it. Okay. With the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, is this, okay, is this, what's the current energy of the Querent, please, Spirit? What's the current energy of the Querent? 2 of Cups. Okay, it's a relationship. It's a relationship. It's a relationship. What's next for you is a relationship, love. But there is a unhealthy relationship tie. So that's overbearing energy. Yeah. So this is pretty much saying that you are heading towards the direction of leaving behind a karmic relationship and going towards a higher level commitment with another person. There is still an attachment though to limited belief systems around doing the right thing and how you exit and wanting to make sure that you do it justly. Now, a lot of you guys, if this has something to do with work, you may be trying to rebel commitment or resist commitment because you want to focus on your success and prosperity. But the time has come for you to embark on a relationship, partnership, in order to access success. I don't know why it's like that, but that's what they're saying. Like this next phase of your life, the next 10 years of your life, you can't unlock Pandora's box for success, abundance, and prosperity without walking through this aspect, without being willing to go to do it together with someone else. You got to do it together with someone else. Now, that don't mean that you guys got to work together, but you may have to learn how to partner, how do you say that? How to partner, date, or be in a relationship with another human being. Yep. That's crazy. That's your next step. And it's gonna bring you a lot of good luck, fortune. Positive affirmation. You don't want to go in this direction. Sound healing. You could be into music, frequency. You don't want to go in this direction. Or you don't want to do it like this. But your abundance is going to be blocked. I promise you, it's like you will get into a relationship, you will meet somebody and try to talk yourself out of not having it. You will literally try to do other things, start working more, take on extra projects, commit to that, commit to anything but a union, commit to anything but a union. Deny yourself of the earthly pleasures, especially sexual pleasures, to focus on your success, to focus on your abundance, and ignore. But it makes your divine feminine energy within yourself off balanced. All right, because you're in the extreme with the devil card of trying to force it your way. Now, we need to ask, I need to know, like, what's in your soul contract? Because your soul contract is saying that there's a purpose to this. You have the wheel of fortune. You wrote this soul contract this way. Or when you hit some type of rock bottom in your life, whether this was through depression, mental situations, cheating, depression, you made a spiritual contract. And so that spell is being broken. When you were at your lowest, you may have made a spiritual contract. Like, what, you know, when people say selling your soul to the game, selling your soul to your obsession. Your obsession could be anything. Like, I will never go back to this. Like, saying things with great emotion can lock you in with certain entities, and they'll be like, I can make all of this go away for you. You know, if you're in pain or you're feeling heartbreak, I can take all that heartbreak away and you can feel so much better. right? And let's say you go 10, 13, 20, 20, 15, 22 years, solely being single, or, only being able to have superficial relationships and nothing deeper. And then you made that agreement and you made that commitment. You learned those lessons. So there's nothing else to teach you in this path. You have really reached the end of the road. The yellow brick road is saying that you've made it to the charlatan's door. Have already discovered that all of it's a gimmick. You've acquired all the wisdom, and it's like now you have to go on the positive side of the wheel because you've already accumulated all the negative lessons. You've already mastered all of that. You know? Now that you've mastered those negative experiences, you gotta go to the positive side of the experiences. But you don't see it as a positive exchange because now this exchange requires you to do something that feels unorthodox to you or like something that you don't personally want to do. Like you don't want to have to commit. You prefer fast. I'm hearing engine number 9. You would not believe what just popped out. Hold on. Appreciation. Okay, especially for those of you that feel like there's no one out there that deserves your love, what you bring unconditionally to another person. I don't know. This is one of those complex questions of I don't make the rules where it's going to happen. You're going to be drawn to someone like a love spell. You're going to feel like you're magnetized. Okay. Someone could be a performer, an entertainer. Someone could be, you can feel very inspired by them. There's something about their voice, the way they speak, the way they, like a siren. And you may be telling yourself, this is trouble. Stay away from that. Girl is poison. All right. But that's why you are magnetically drawn to this person, is because that is your person. And so that thought process of nope, I've been there, done that, got my heart broke, never doing that again. You're unable to see the difference between that hologram of those negative experiences and the positive connection of anyone else, because you keep comparing every person that reminds you about that person. Every person you meet reminds you of that emotional scar from your negative experiences. But they are not the same. And so this person will trigger you and over and over and over again. And you're going to feel like that person is doing something to you. But like I said, the 2 of Cups asks, you have some negative experiences in love. You've dealt with some insecure people. You've felt like your vulnerability was, you sure you don't got no Scorpio in your chart? Because this is that type of energy where it's like that one toddler back when you was 5 years old that did not accept your proposal, broke your heart, and now every other person has never been able to get true love out of you due to that one heartbreak, that one person. You're gonna start feeling creative blocks. You're gonna start feeling what you can what's gonna happen next is you're gonna feel like nothing, that as much as you do, as much as you invest, nothing is working because this is a distraction. And you're gonna try to blame it on that person, and that person ain't doing nothing to you. They're just your earth angel. They're just earth angel, earth angel. Will you be mine? Yeah, that's all it is. And you're supposed to let go of the past pain and open up and be vulnerable and accept love. Receive it. Allow yourself to receive it. But it's scary to love someone like this deep that you've loved before. You never thought it was capable to love someone that deep that you loved before. And so though you may be asking about what's coming next towards your success and your prosperity, what does this say? Abundance planning in reverse. You on the wrong wheel. You listening to the wrong tunes. You gotta Fix it. I don't know what to tell you. Fix it. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. There's a song that says that. Look at that, the sun. I promise you your blessing's going to come. Your blessing's going to come. You let go of that pain. Yeah, some of y'all, listen, especially for those of y'all where I've done that before. I've followed my passion and it got me nowhere. I pursued someone and it got me nowhere. I loved deeply and it got me nowhere. It just got me pain, poison, and I don't want to do that shit no more. Why are you still comparing every person you meet to this person that you once experienced? Why are you doing that? Cause you're afraid of taking a loss. And it being like, oh, told you so. So some of y'all may have people in your ear. Some of y'all may have your mothers in your ear, or your peers that laugh at you for this is tied to failure, and so you chase success, ambition, as a way to avoid emotions. But you can't cultivate greatness without your feelings. You see how that's a contradiction in itself? No, you got to do better. All right. Ooh, massage. Your back hurt. You need some McLovin. Okay? You need some McLovin. You got all these pressure points that needs relieving. You feel pressure? Oh my God. Beauty ritual in reverse, family in reverse, drink tea. Oh, celibate is all over this one. Celibates. But this is telling me that what's coming next, you wanted to know what your future self is saying. When this person comes along, if this person makes you feel weak in the knees and it feels as if, you want to indulge and you want to go towards this, listen to your heart. Leave those insecurities behind you. Leave those heartbreaks behind you. Because it's coming. It's coming fast. All right? A lot of y'all before the year end. So clean up, shape up, fix up, do whatever the fuck you need to do. Because your future self is saying it's coming. And this one gonna be like a wrecking bomb. You ain't gonna know what hit you. Cause you gonna love it. You gonna love this. You gonna feel something. The Grinch is about to feel a thump. That's what I see here. The Grinch is about to feel something in their heart chakra. Ooh. Exactly, Margie. God forbid that you learn to trust again. It's the fear of being disrespected. That fear is from years of mistrust and betrayal. Exactly, 100% accurate. And anytime fear is there, that is the absence of God. And if God is love, then that means that you're operating from a space of fear. The both cannot exist at the same time. You've already been through the fear. You've already been through the bad. So now you gotta let God in. You gotta let that universal love flow through you. Or keep making deals with fear. You saw the devil out here. What fear ever did for you lately? Nothing. Fear didn't do nothing but try to bully you. All right, so let's move on to number 5. Number 5, for those of you that resonate with the question, how many spirit guides do you have and are they always with you? Then this is going to be a confirmation from your future self. How many spirit guides? 3. Those spirit, did you know Damn. Some of y'all have spirit guides that are in the flesh. Like they are actually, they could be like a neighbor, a teacher. Um, they're on earth with you. So you have three specific guides that are on earth with you already. They're playing out the role of a human being, but they are actually spirit guides in the flesh. More highly evolved souls. And you may look at them like, oh, nothing gets to them. They don't really have emotions. Some of them may not have emotions. Some of them may have like they can easily walk away from situations. They can easily break cycles with people. They are meant to be a guide as an example, you know. So you have three specific people in your life. You could probably point them out, or you will be able to point them out, and you're going to be able to know like, hey, this person is here in my life. I can learn from them, right? If I ask them the right questions, they can tell me how they did it, and then I will grow. I'll be able to grow from these experiences. And I feel like those three specific people, maybe the people that you prefer to go and listen to, reach out to, they are your guides. And there are a lot of experiences that you may resonate with their life journey or the things that they went through, but they're so far ahead of you. They're living proof that you are capable of doing the same things too. So you're meant to feel inspired by these guides in the flesh and look at them as not as superior, but as a blueprint. Okay? A motivational blueprint on how to go from poverty to riches, how to go from pain to purpose, how to shift from victim to victor. There's more than one. They may not always be there to answer the phone or be there when you need them, but when it's necessary, they could post something and then just uplift your spirit. You know what I mean? At a random time of the day. You don't even know. And that's why you're always gonna have three angels. The Bible talks about angels always coming in the form of three. So you're going to have to find your three and point them out. Now, you don't have to be stuck to them because, again, these are emotionally detached beings that know how to compartmentalize their 3D experience from their higher self experience. So a lot of the emotional responses of how you perceive the situation is for you. And since it's for you, they may not emotionally respond the way you want them to respond, but trust me, they've acquired the wisdom necessary to be that guide. So they qualify. And you see, 333. So pay attention. They're going to be talking to you in like 333, angel numbers everywhere. They are always with you. Closer than you think, right? But you just got to be able to see it as that. When you get that clarity, it's about believing it when you see it. Some of you guys, your own friend groups and their choices they're serving as a soul pod to help guide you in three different ways in which you can approach a situation, relationships, conflict, because when the divine allows you to see three paths that you can potentially take, that is a direct message from the universe that I am showing you by way of three separate lifestyles, three separate choices to open up the doors for you. And how they open up the doors for you is, if you were never raised how to love, if you were never taught how to love, you got three major examples. One may not be all great. You may see other people's relationships fall down, but all of that is information now. Information that you can discern from and decipher from, and then you get to choose how you want to live your life. Or you can repeat what you see them do. They are your guides. They're your guides. Let's see. Any other messages? This deck right here. Wow, meaning I need to end my current toxic relationship. Yeah. We have chanting, and you see here, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's not a coincidence, y'all. Separate paths, yet similar. Going through similar things, but choosing to respond differently to each situation. Now you know the third choice. Now you can be reborn. This is your Christ resurrection. You become resurrected on the third day, the third choice, the third option. It's not this or that. You're not fixed to the 2D. You transcend from the third dimension and you take off. Yeah, you elevate. Come through, cards. Come through, spirits. So yeah, they always with you, but you gotta be able to see it and read between the lines. All right, question number 6. For any of you that want to know about the current election and what to expect. How about a 16-year relationship that started when I was 19? Oh, I don't know what to tell you. If it started yesterday or 19 years ago, it's either you stay or you don't go. The choice is yours. You know what you'll be sacrificing. You know you'll be sacrificing the other end. You'll be sacrificing shedding old skin and remaining in the same situations. And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with staying at where you're at. There's nothing wrong. There's no shame in that. But know that it'll be your choice. North Node, your choice. And no decision at all is still a choice to the universe. It's not personal. But nothing is stagnant about creation. All right. So let's see. The current election. What to expect for the current election? What does your future self have to say? What? Something's gonna be a very slow, and maybe delayed. I'm seeing something about electoral vote. I don't know what the fuck that is. Something about electoral vote, maybe similar to I heard the last one. Like, oh, this shit is set up just like the last one. Where something goes down to the point of like, yeah, where it's down to some type of vote. That's what I'm seeing. There's going to be some negotiations that fall through. That doesn't, like, all the votes are not tallied or all something is not happened, and then they have to result to some type of they have to vote on, like, shit's gonna go missing. Like, this did come in time, that didn't come in time, this state didn't put in this and that didn't put in that, there's possible this, there's gonna be some type of rebuttal about reviewing what happened or recounting stuff in regards to it. You can definitely expect that for sure. Um, so it's gonna force it to be like out of the state's hands, or something about out of the vote's hands, and in the, I just keep hearing electoral vote. That's all I keep hearing. And it's gonna be like a conspiracy under investigation or something like that. I'm also hearing like somebody's reputation. There's gonna be drama with the law, someone's reputation. It's gonna create like a civil suit, civil war or something. All right. And I feel like it's gonna also make people that follow those things, that keep up with it, worried and stressed about what to expect. Um, it's gonna invoke anxiety amongst the masses and the people. Anything else I need to expect about it? Well, damn. We got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Is going to pretty much. Oh, this air sign. All of these are air sign energy, so they're either a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Is not going to give up without a fight. Okay, at all. And it feels like a feminine energy has a lot of support in regards to this situation, because there's a lot of lies. Um, like I'm hearing like relief programs, stability, stimulus, something to do with some type of lies. In regards to those are going to come out around the same time. Um, well, damn, and it could potentially get someone in a lot of law issues, and so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think the feminine is gonna win. Um, the feminine is gonna win. Yeah, the feminine is gonna win. There's gonna be some type of evidence. This person's gonna say that they're gonna. I think this person's gonna abandon their post, or they're gonna walk away from it due to some type of major event that happens. There's speculation that, oh, this person is, um, not trying to fight it or let it go because of some type of major event, and like the state of the governmental structure, it'd be better if they just walk away and denounce something. Yep. And they can just, go and live peacefully at home with their family. And it's gonna be like that type of, it's all cap, because they know the truth. This person's really walking away because their whole plot didn't work. So I'm going to go and be the first to predict that the female is going to win. There's all air here, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody's hard work. It's a new sheriff in town. It's a new sheriff in town. Oh, snap. People gonna be pissed. People gonna be pissed because it's a woman in the office. Oh shit! They finna try to come for her under investigation. Sniper, no sniping. People finna be mad. Oh, it's finna start a riot. What you need to know? Go ahead and invest in your little pack your bags, get your RVs and shit. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. OMG. At least so you can be at peace of mind. But I do feel like this is going to be talked about for a long time, like 3 years, like for the next 3 years, like I don't know. This is different. This finna cause a lot of smoke. All right, y'all come back now and tell me who won, cause I don't watch those things at all. So if I'm right, definitely come back and let me know what you see. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Whoever, they either got that in their chart or that's their sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. My favorite reader, happy to catch you live. You have the best advice. I'm truly grateful for. Oh, thank you. No, not at all. That means the world to me. Thank you so much for always exchanging time and love with me on this channel. I truly appreciate you, for real, for real. All right. Spend time with friends. What does that mean? I feel like a lot of whatever happens politically, like this may be like a turn off in a lot of ways, where you just may turn off the television, want to live your life. Like you're not looking for, this could go one or two ways. It's like saying the world is screwed. But I just feel like it's all a part of it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Surprise. All right, so the last question of the night, y'all, we have, I didn't even read the question, Spirit. Okay. How can you find out who you can trust without clouding intuition? So we have drama and standing on business. Okay. How you can find out who you can trust: when you see drama and you say you're not going to get involved, or you're not going to do this, whatever you say that you believe or don't believe, in whatever stance or standard or boundary that you take, stand on business. Because what's going to happen is, when you stand on business, the people that are the cause or the source of the drama or mess, whatever intentions they have, the longer you sit on your standards and boundaries, the more they become unraveled, the more they reveal their hand, the more you start to see the plot play out in front of you, and the less focus and attention that you give it, because they will just serve as a confirmation that they're more focused on you, and so you have the power to take to focus your intentions elsewhere. And while they're all busy betraying each other and doing the worst or trying to plot up against you, the only thing that happens is you have, it's not at a loss to you. You got a peace of mind. While they attacking you, you have a peace of mind to be able to focus on something more productive. It's a win-win situation every single time, because the lesson's not for you. So it's like you'll just turn your back and be like, dumb dumb, right? So every single time, you don't need to find out, because if you want to find out, or if you want to know things ahead, you would then be giving it your attention and your focus, and that would put them on the flip side and you on the other side. So your future self is saying, you already know who you can and can't trust. Whenever you stand your ground, that's how you know. A person that fucks with you, when you stand your ground, they're going to support your boundaries, right? They're going to reinforce, oh no, this person over here, they don't like to be talked to like that. They're gonna protect, defend, and honor your boundaries. Or they will guilt trip you. They'll use tactics, and they'll be like, oh, I heard this and I heard that, and then you get caught up in, if you get caught up in trying to find out if that person is lying or not, then they have taken your focus, they have taken your attention. And that lets them know that you're still easily accessible, you're still easily manipulated. Um, and even if you walk away like, oh, well, I don't care, you do care. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't doubt your intuition. When your intuition says someone's on some mess and you pick up on some drama, or you pick up on intentions or authors of confusion, your intuition gonna let you know right ahead. All right, put your hands up. You're in a war right now. You're in battle. Block. These people will teach you how to block yourself better. And so when you put Holy Spirit, activate. When you hit it with the Holy Spirit, activate. That's your boundary. You sleep good at night, no matter the drama and the chaos they send your way. You sleep like a baby. Them spiritual attacks sometimes be very adventurous. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, have you ever seen like demons and stuff like that? It's like an action-packed movie, you know? It's like, oh, you want to play? The witch in me just gets really excited. So I feel like you should do the same thing. It's at no loss to you. That's what your future self is saying. You sleep good at night. Look at that. Your question was, it says, one who puts people down and can't be trusted. And your question was, how can you find out who you can trust? If they put you down, they can't trust. If they gossip, they're the authors of confusion. If they sneak and geek on other people, what makes you think they won't do it to you? If a person will tell you straight off the bat how they did other people and befriend you and want you to believe that, oh, I only did that person like that, they're a liar. You're gonna take a L. So you pay attention. You watch how people move. You don't have to tell them that you know exactly what they're doing or that they're doing anything wrong. For what? Because so y'all could become company and start to vibrate on the same frequency? Nah. Let their misery be their own. Let their misery comfort them. Period. You don't gotta confront nobody and hold them accountable, expose what they're doing, tell the next person. No. I feel like with the clouding of your intuition is not clouded. I think it just comes from not wanting to believe that it's actually happening or that people are actually doing this, especially if it's like people close to you, you know. It comes from your intuition tells you, like, let me sleep on it. They're not doing this to me. They wouldn't hurt me like this. Why not? Why wouldn't they? That's what they do. So it's like you wrap it up a lot faster. These are meant to be blessings for you. Um, like not correcting people. Like you gotta stop. If you do this, not everybody does this, but if you do correct people or tell them how you know what they're doing, that is too much energy being given. It's too much energy being given. Trust is comforts to a fool. Promises are comforts to a fool. Actions speak louder than words. And if their actions show you that they're a pig, then they probably speak pig Latin. I gotta get offline. Okay. Humor me, humor me. There's meant to be a blessing. got beware at the bottom of the deck. Be careful who you trust at this time. Stop trying to take people with you. Your future self is saying the biggest thing that holds you back from receiving blessings and getting out of these situations faster is you're always trying to help other people ascend. You're trying to share your spirituality, but you're talking to a level of consciousness that you're just meant to go down there or be around people to help you ascend, and that's it. You get reborn, and every day you get reborn, and you're a new person every single day. And you're meant to prosper off of that and feel inspired and get blessings and move on faster. You know, especially for those of y'all where it's work, family, friends. Every time you get stabbed in the back, it's like, oh, thank you. You just blessed me tenfold. That's all. That's it. That's all. You feel me? So keep your head up. Okay, it's a journey. Last card, excuse me. I feel like you're going through self-mastery. Your future self is saying this is the journey. This is the path towards self-mastery. We have write a gratitude list, 55. We have a sound healing in reverse. Soak in a tub. Look to the stars. Okay, there you go. The lesson ain't for you. When the drama comes towards you and people are betraying you, that's just confirmation that you just getting blessings. You don't gotta heal from it. You don't have to do no spiritual bath, no spiritual work, or none of that. Just look to the stars for confirmations. At this point, it's coming in faster. Yes, you need to be in the energy of receiving. So these energies are spiritually distracting you from being in an energy of receiving by getting you to focus on that which you cannot change in other people. Wanting better for other people than they want for themselves is an illusion. You can cast a spell over yourself by wanting for others what you want for yourself, seeing the potential in others and believing that you see it in them, but really all you're seeing is a reflection of you. So that's what I have for you guys. I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And I'll check y'all throughout the week. Until then, toodles.